Good evening. My name is Anjalendran. I'm an architect in Sri Lanka, and a year ago a book on my work was published, written by David Robson, who is an architect from England. A-levels in 1969, and I think that I became an architect purely by accident. It wasn't by design. At that particular moment of time, one got engineering, and I did do engineering for 3-4 months. It was horrible, right? And then it was decided that I would try and do architecture, and it was like actually going into some place where I felt I belonged. I wasn't going to, one wasn't very sure one was going to be good or bad, but at least one felt that it was a sort of correct direction to, or field to be in for that moment of time. Well, I essentially studied, I studied at Royal College Colombo. I did my first BSc at Colombo, University of Colombo, which then moved to Katubaga. Then I did my postgraduate diploma and a research master's at University College London, and I came back. Then I worked for the Master of Sri Lankan Architecture, Jeffrey Bava, for 2 years, and then I worked in another office for 3 years. And then I thought I didn't know what architecture was all about. So I did errands for Jeffrey Bava for 10 years for no pay, for about 40 hours a week. But in that process I learned architecture. More than anything else, my advice to young people would be that unless you're sure of who you are and of your background, meaning your country, you will actually find that everyone else will be ahead of you. Right? I think that in Sri Lanka, for instance, we have a good history of architecture, and it has continued, right, with people like Andrew Boyd, Mina De Silva, Jeffrey Bava, Ulrich Presner. There's been a continuity onto a younger generation now, right, due to various factors. But it means that we can be proud of being ourselves and not anybody else. Because as soon as you want to be somebody else, you actually lose it. Basically, creative people meeting together can have two outcomes. One is, if it's supposed to become positive, you'll have a good leadership in the group. There must be a good generated leadership. If there's no such leadership, it can sort of cancel each other, and in sort of Sri Lankan Sinhalese terms, become a sort of Kopi Kade, Kapala, Bipala, Jolly Karapala. So, so you could have both outcomes. It depends on the group, the members, and the leadership that promotes it.